Right, so what level am I?
You're actually partly trained,
Yeah.
now, aren't you?
And what's the subject?
And your subject is emerging, which is turning left and right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's from
And it's
major,
PST
from minor to
in
major.
Major. Okay, and it's PST4, isn't it? I'm a bit all over the place with this. Okay.
Just take your time.
Yeah. Supposed to put references on this. I had dividers, but I don't know. So okay, I'll just sort it. Second, emerging. So it's emerging at T junctions, isn't it?
That's the one?
Yep, that's
Yep.
the one. Okay. Hi.
Right, so my name's Tony.
Yeah.
And if you introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi, Tony. My name's Ayesha.
Ayesha.
And
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm going to be teaching you emerging. So you've never done this subject before.
Right, so
Oh.
don't jump in and assume, or
Yeah.
because that's where you'd be on rocky
Okay.
roads, yeah?
So I should be asking.
So a good way of approaching it is, what does he need to do emerging?
Turning left and right, so it's MSM routine, isn't it?
MSPSL. Yeah? So, to save time and to give you a quick link, ask him, has he ever used the mirror signal position speed look routine before, yeah?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
And his answer's going to be yes.
Yes.
And then you've got a link straight away, yeah?
Because what would you have done before this one? It's approaching, isn't it?
Well, if you ask me have I ever used the mirror signal position speed look routine, I'll give
Yeah,
you...
moving off and so, okay. So are you familiar with the MSM PSL routine?
Yeah, we used it last week. We done left and right hand turns from major to minor.
Okay, that's good. So if you were to turn left, say for example, how many car lengths would you start your MSM routine?
Oh, I started about 11 or 12 car lengths away, so... Because I need to signal about 6 car lengths away, don't I?
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay, to turn left.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what would you do? After so once you start your MSM routine, you check your mirrors. Which mirror would you check first?
Oh, the interior one, the true picture one, isn't it?
Yep, and then
Oh, then the left one.
okay, and then what do you do? You just signal down.
I signal about 6 car lengths away, he said, but he said it's not cast in stone.
Okay, so you'd signal down for left.
Yeah.
Okay, and then how would you bring your speed down?
Oh, he teaches me to cover the brake.
Yeah.
And squeeze the brake a little, about 6 of a pound coin until the speed comes down.
Okay, brilliant. So and then what would you do? So we're looking at mirror signal and then position.
Oh, when I was turning, for the left turns I was kind of keeping my normal position.
Okay.
And for right turns I was going left to centre.
That's right. Okay, brilliant. So for right turn you would do, how many car lengths would you use for the same routine, but how many car lengths would you do?
I was doing the same.
Same or a bit longer? Sorry, a bit more.
He said start the routine about 11 or 12 car lengths away.
Yeah, that's good. Yep.
So I was signalling about 6 car lengths away.
Okay, that's good. Yep. So I don't know what to say from here because you've given me all the right answers.
Right, so you've
So
got
if
me
we
to the
talk
junction.
about-
Yeah, you've got me to the junction now, right?
Yeah. So can I ask you more questions? Do I give the briefings or the actual briefing now, or shall I ask you more questions?
Well, you've made some good links there, which is more beneficial.
Okay, so I can say something like, so yes, that's good. So today we're going to be doing a lot of lefts and right turns, but emerging from minor to major.
Yeah. So what's the difference between emerging and turning left and right from major to minor? What's the great big difference that I'm going to have to contend with today?
Is it the observation?
Yeah, the judgment, isn't
The
it?
judgment.
Yeah.
Okay. Of whether or not you can cross. Say, for example, on the
Whether
right
or not
turn.
I can pull out in front of a car.
Yeah. The observations.
Yeah.
Open and closed junctions.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of.
Yeah. So what are you going to say about the
Right turn.
look routine?
Okay. This method here, I'd give you maybe a quick scenario about walk across, drive across.
Yeah.
So, and a reference as well.
Yeah. So that's how we're turning left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll talk about the pedestrian and the cyclist here, and mirror checks.
Yeah, so you've got me to the junction, and the big difference, well, the one thing I wouldn't have done is made a judgment about when to go and when not to go, yeah?
Yeah.
So if we're turning left, then take it from there.
Okay. Well, so you've stopped just behind the junction line.
Yeah.
I'd like you to tell me what observation would you make at this point?
I've never done emerging before.
Okay, so that's That's what I need
Yeah.
to talk about. Okay, so here you've stopped. Right. See, this is it. I don't know how many questions to ask. I can give you a briefing, but I'm not sure about the questions.
Right, so you've made some good links there already with
Yeah.
what I've done before, and
So I said that you'll be using the
the answer,
MSMPO
yeah. So the
solution.
answers have been,
They've been given
yeah.
to me correctly.
yeah. So I've
I
actually
know-
answered the questions in
Yeah.
relation to what I've done last week. The one thing I didn't do last week, and remember, I will have had to have done either. If we were doing left and right hand turns today, I would have had to have done it emerging before. If we were doing crossroads, I probably would have had to do emerging before, because that enables you to carry out the lesson.
Yeah.
If I say to you that I've never done anything to do with the mirror signal, position, speed, look routine, then you know, how do you get me to the area?
Yeah.
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 But the one thing I haven't done before
Is-
is I haven't made any judgment about when to emerge out in front of cars. Yeah.
Right.
So it's, if I'm going to go left and I've got a vehicle coming from my right, then what kind of judgment do I need to use? If you don't know, just tell me.
No, I don't. I'm trying to think of an answer, because here I would say if you can walk across, you drive across.
Yeah.
But on a left turn, I'm not sure. Is it the same rule that applies?
Right. So if I was turning right out of here and I had a vehicle coming from here,
Yeah.
yeah, what would I need to be able to do?
You need
I'm only
to be
crossing the
able-
path to that vehicle. Yeah, what would I need?
Oh, walk across.
Yeah. So if I can walk across, I can drive across. The reason being is that I'm actually only crossing the path of that vehicle. Yeah. But if I'm going out left and I'm going to be going, and the vehicle's coming from my right, then
It's walk across, drive across.
it's
And I walk across and walk back.
Yeah. Why is it walk across and walk back again? Why do I need
Because
that
it
extra
takes
bit
that
of time?
longer time, doesn't it? Oh, actually, that's a good point. I'm not sure.
Well,
question.
what makes it? The reason why it's got to be longer, and not only do I have to get out in front of the car, but I really have to get speed up. Otherwise, I'm going to be forcing this car to slow down, swerve,
Or stop.
or swear at me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
swear at me. That's the one Blaine uses, yeah.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh, you
that's-
guys use. Okay.
Sorry.
That's the one that you guys use.
Yes. So I basically mustn't interfere with this car.
Yeah.
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 So if I'm turning left, and this car is coming from my right, then I not only need to be able to get out of the junction, but I need to be able to get up to
Yeah.
the speed of this vehicle,
Yeah.
so I don't interfere with that vehicle. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So it would be
Walk across.
walk across, walk back,
back
again.
again.
Then I should have time to drive it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm turning right and I'm crossing the path of the vehicle, then it's just walk across. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm turning right and the vehicle's coming from here, then obviously I need to be able to walk across and walk back again, yeah? Because again, I'm going to
Same
be in the path
applies.
of that vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Same rule applies. So this is the information that I'll be giving you now. It's not something that you know from before.
I wouldn't know
because
the
you wouldn't know, because
no,
this is
no.
this is a merge.
Yeah, the emerge is
Okay.
a new
Yeah.
subject to me, yeah? But you made good links on the mirror
MS
signal, position,
yeah,
speed, look
position,
routine.
look routine.
And it's probably a better way to make them links than to give him a great big lecture on
The briefing,
yeah,
the actual
on the
what
briefing,
works
because
and what not.
he has done that before. But the only thing I want you to remember is, I don't know if your previous trainer has told you this, is that although I have done the mirror signal and I will probably have done the position for left to centre before, I won't actually take it on board until you've actually talked me through one or two.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Because what you
Yeah,
need to
I know.
remember is that
It all goes out the window once other briefings.
well,
are
it's
done.
on the day of your test, the examiner hasn't seen you teach the mirror signal or the position for left to centre, so he needs to see you teach it, yeah?
Okay.
But then once you've talked him through or her through the mirror signal and the position, then they probably will very quickly say to you, oh, that's similar to what I've done on the left and right hand turns last week, yeah? And that's your chance then to say, well, on the next one I'll prompt you.
Yeah.
Yeah? Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
rather than-
so you're checking what's learning
Yeah.
what learning is taking place, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But it's safe to give the directions at the first attempt. So basically say, check your centre mirror and your left mirror, pop the signal down for left, speed down to 10 miles per hour, second gear, whatever, and then stop behind the junction line.
Yeah, so
Rather than saying, oh, where is it at the first point, or what mirrors you're going to check. So the first time, once you're out of this road doing an emerge, is it safe to give the directions first. Now, if you say to me as an SE, oh, I know that, then do I say, okay, next one I'll just prompt you rather than telling you?
Yeah, it's only going to be a prompt on stuff that he's done before, isn't it?
Before, yeah, and that he'll tell me.
Yeah, but he won't tell you that until you've given him the information. Like, for example, on the mirrors.
Yeah.
He won't take the mirrors off you, even though he's used them last week on left and right hand turns. He won't take them off you until he hears your explanation. So it's the what, why, how, and the consequences,
Okay.
And then he'd be quite keen on taking them off you,
Yeah.
The same with mirrors for the new road, interior mirror, right hand door mirror. He won't make any comment about, oh, I've done that, the same as what I've done last week, until he hears you explain it, yeah?
Yep. Yep.
So should we have a go at it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Right.
So saying that, not to spend too much time on the briefing. This is pretty straightforward anyway. It's just the detail, isn't it? That's important. So I don't have to go through all this.
No, obviously, as you did mention at the beginning of the brief, but open and closed junctions, yeah? And again, I could have had some experience with that on my last lesson by the fact that some of the turnings I was turning into were very blind and I couldn't see much, and my instructor got me to get right down to one man's walking pace and slip into first gear.
Okay.
Where other ones I could keep the speed of about 12 mile an hour and come around in second gear.
Yeah, so is it okay for me to ask, do you know what open and closed junctions are? If you say no, then I'll give a couple of minutes talk on that. Otherwise, we can do it on the move, because from a distance I'll be able to tell if it's a closed junction. So
yeah, so initially you're going to be stopping a meet. It's very unlikely on a Part 3 test that you're going to get the examiner in that short time totally independent. So he's coming up and
phase 1 is
so. What's your control element on approach then?
On approach.
Yeah. How are you going to control my speed?
Oh, okay. On approach, I'll be telling to check your mirror signal and position. Speed down.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Look,
speed down. I won't respond to.
Okay. You want. Okay. Speed down. I'll be saying.
Where do you want my right foot?
Okay. All right. Okay. Right foot will be off the gas. Thickness of a pound coin.
Well, I'm going to be coming off the gas anyway, am I?
You're going.
Yeah. Where do you want my right foot? What's the?
Cover the brake.
Cover the brake. That's a really big control element,
Okay.
yeah?
Okay.
So, cover the brake.
Cover the clutch.
No need to worry too much about the clutch.
Okay.
Squeeze my brake until the speed comes down to one man's walking pace.
Okay.
Remember, covering the brake's not going to stop me on its own, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
It's only going to...
So push it down to an elderly person, did you say, or?
Old man's walking
Old
pace.
man's walking place, okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Old man's walking pace.
And then you need to stop me.
Yeah.
And make sure I don't encroach on the white line, yeah?
Yep.
So when we stop on the first couple, what we'll do is we'll get you to pick up some reference points.
Okay.
So you know where the giveaway line is in this car from where you're sitting, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
That make sense?
Yes.
Right, so we'll have a go.
Oh, it's the first time I'm going to be actually practically doing it, so bear with me if I'm totally...
Don't worry. As soon as I feel you're struggling, I'll come out and roll, yeah?
Okay, that's right. Yes, I am.
Right, so is there anything you want to tell me to do?
Oh, look at me, you're buckled up. So if you could do your cockpit drill and your start off as normal.
Right, do you have two mirrors in your car?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
Right. What I'd say is, forget having that one
that
set
one.
on me.
Yeah.
If you set both of them on the back window, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can see it.
Yep.
You can see as much of that back window.
Okay. Yep.
Right. All I say to you is that when we come to the merge, if there's nobody behind us, don't forget you can hold me there as long as you want, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can give me as much information as you want. If there is somebody behind us, then
we'll carry on.
Just tell me where to look.
Okay.
And tell me when to go.
Okay.
And then we can fill in the blanks on the either on the move or on the next one, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yes.
So I've got to set my step up.
Yep, set your step up as normal. Okay. So how are you checking the mirrors? And how are you checking your centre mirror? What you're levelling up with?
Oh, I can see the top and bottom of the back window.
Okay, brilliant.
And I can see a bit of my head restraint and a bit of yours. I can see a bit more of mine than I can of yours.
Okay, that's great. Brilliant.
And
your door mirrors?
Oh, I can see the door handles, and I can see a bit of road and a bit of hedge, which is behind me, and the same with that one.
Okay, brilliant. Excellent.
Yeah?
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
So we're going to turn right out of the parking bay.
Okay, we're going to turn right at the parking.
And we're going to turn right at the first junction, but just ignore the first junction.
Okay.
I'll get out of that one myself,
Okay,
yeah?
then.
So we're going to turn right here.
Okay, so we're going to turn right. You tell me when we're starting.
Yeah, once we get out of here, we're going to start, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, so it's up to you to spot the emerges, yeah? 'Cause it's phase 1.
Yep. So, Tony, we're going to keep the speed down to about 10 miles per hour here, because we're looking for emerges now at T-junctions. So, okay, on the lookout for T-junctions now. I'm not familiar with this area.
Right, so how do we recognise these T-junctions?
Okay, how do we recognise it? Okay, good question. I'm not sure.
Buildings gone across the end of the road?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Vehicles driving
Yeah.
past.
What do you see ahead?
So ahead we have a T-junction coming
And we're
up.
going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left at this junction. So from about 5 to car lengths about now, you're looking at centre mirror, left mirror, put the signal down,
Alright.
cover your brake,
Yeah.
and stop behind the junction line, clutch down, brake, and handbrake up.
Right, so there's not much point in telling me on the first one to stop behind the giveaway lines.
Oh, you're not going to know, aren't you? Okay.
Yeah, so what you
Right.
needed to do is just start the routine a bit earlier. Yeah?
Okay.
Um,
Because I spotted it quite late, didn't I, as well?
yeah,
Yeah.
so let's just
Okay.
take it down to the next one and I'll actually talk you through it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so what we need to do is we need to start talking about the routine about 11 to 12 car lengths away, yeah?
Okay.
So I'll do it right here. So just keep looking ahead. See it?
Okay, yep. So we've got T-junction coming
Now,
up now.
we're going to turn left, so check your interior mirror, check your left-hand door mirror, pop your signal on now. This is about 6 car lengths, yeah?
Yeah.
So cover the brake, bring the speed down to old man's walking pace. Now, steer towards me, and then tell me when to stop. Now, just stop there, Tony, yeah? So, remember to tell me to select first gear, but don't go anywhere until you say so. You want to talk to me about the reference points, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, there's 2 reference points we need to pick up here. The first, and it's probably the most important one, is the one that stops me encroaching over that giveaway line, yeah?
Yeah.
So, where does that giveaway line cut into the car, Tony? Oh, just by this door mirror here, yeah? Now, that's my reference point for what?
The junction line for not encroaching. on
Right,
the,
so if you keep an eye on M2 there, you can
Yeah.
see that if there's nobody behind us, we can sit here for ages, yeah?
Yep.
So, it stops me,
From impeding other road users.
right, and you need to give me a bit more info on that.
Okay, and if we impede other road users, we're making them stop, swerve. Other road users making.
Right,
them
so if I had a
stop.
car coming from my right,
Okay.
and I'm a little bit over the white line, what's that car going to do?
Okay, they're going to swerve.
Yeah. And what's the
And-
consequence of me making them swerve?
It's dangerous because they're going to go on the other side of the road.
Yeah, and what's the consequence of that? What could happen?
What could happen? There could be a possible collision
Yeah,
with
there could
oncoming
be.
traffic.
Yeah, so I could actually force them into a head-on collision. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so that's my reference point for not encroaching.
No encroaching.
And obviously, it's important that I don't stop too short of the white line.
Yeah.
Any idea why?
Because you won't be able to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to take me
It's
longer
gonna
to
take
emerge.
longer.
Yeah. And if there's and the danger of that is that if there's somebody behind me,
Yeah.
and
They're going to expect you to move forward probably and use your backside of the car to stop.
or they might even get so fed up they might try to go around me, mightn't they?
Yeah.
And if they try to go around me and I'm right at the mouth of the junction and somebody
Yeah,
turns into the junction,
potentially
again we could be a
dangerous.
head-on collision, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, I need a reference point to know where that curb comes in, doesn't it?
Oh yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, so if you ask me where does the curb cut into the car,
Yeah. It'll be the corner of.
no, ask me and I'll tell you.
Okay. Where does the edge of the curb cut in the car?
Oh, just by that tax disc.
Okay, that's it.
And that's my reference point for what?
To go round the curb.
Yeah. So I don't. It's my reference point, so I don't mount the curb.
Yeah.
Which would put pedestrians in danger. And it's also my reference point that I don't go too wide. Yeah, because if I went too wide, then I could be on the wrong side of the road. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's still nobody behind us, so we can.
Yeah.
We can still. You can still hold me here, yeah?
Yeah.
So prepare yourself to go as normal, Tony.
Okay.
But don't go anywhere until I say so.
Okay.
Now we're going to do the observations. So we're going to look to the right. Is there anybody coming? Yeah, there's a white van. Yeah? Now again, there's nobody behind you, so you could actually get in about the drive across road there, couldn't we?
Yeah.
So if we look to the right, Tony, if there is somebody coming from the right, we need to be able to walk from here over to there and walk back again. If you can do that, that enables us to emerge from the junction and get our speed up, so we don't force that car to slow, swerve, or stop, or swear, yeah? Yeah? That makes sense? So I look to the right. Anybody coming from the right? No. Look ahead. Any pedestrians? No. Look to the left. We can see a silver car coming, but he's not going to interfere with us too much. You look ahead again. Any pedestrians? No. Look to the right. Anybody coming? No. And then when I let the handbrake down, it's very important, Tony, that you're looking in the direction that you're steering. Come on, look in the direction you're steering, and steer. And then straighten up. And check the interior mirror. And check the right-hand door mirror. Now, there's a chance here then to fill in the gaps about why it's important to look in the way I'm steering. Is that if I don't look in the way I'm steering, I might not steer, or there could even be a pedestrian crossing the road.
Yeah, so you've got to look in the direction that you're going.
That makes sense?
Yep, absolutely. Another T-junction coming up.
Yeah, so we're going to turn left again.
So we're going to check the mirror, centre
Interior
mirror,
and
then left door mirror.
Pop the signal on.
Pop the signal on. Cover your brake. Go down to
squeeze the brake gently.
Squeeze the brake gently.
And steer towards me. And tell me when to stop.
Tell me when.
No, you tell me when to stop.
Okay, stop about here.
All right.
Now tell me, where does the junction line come into the car?
Right, before you go into that, just make sure he gets into first gear.
Oh yes. Got it, yeah.
Why is it important
to
to be
get into
in
the
first gear?
Otherwise we will stall.
Good. Yeah?
Okay, and we don't want to be doing that.
No.
Okay, so if you can tell me, where does the dotted white line come into your car?
Oh, same place the last time.
Okay,
just
brilliant. So that's your reference for stopping at the junction line, so that you're not encroaching and impeding other road users. Tell me, where does the edge of the curb come into the car?
Oh, just on the tax system.
Okay, excellent. That's your second reference for not mounting the curb.
Right.
So we don't want to be too close or too far out. If we're too far out, we're going to be going on the wrong side of the road.
All right. Yeah.
And there could be a potential collision with the oncoming traffic. We don't want to be too far in, because we've got the pavement area is obviously for pedestrians and other road users.
Right. Yeah.
We don't want to be doing that either. So if you could do your observations now. So check the right.
All right.
Check onto your right. See if there's anyone coming.
No, I can't see anybody.
Yeah. Can you see it? No, there's no one. Then look ahead. Any pedestrians? So
no.
We've got a house there, somebody could be coming out from the drive.
No.
Look on your left, okay. Look on your right again.
No, pedestrian over there.
There's a pedestrian coming there. Okay, she's all right there though, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's not crossing the road. So is it clear to carry on?
Yeah.
Okay, so look the way you're driving.
All right.
Okay.
And steer. Don't forget to tell me to steer.
Oh yeah, steer around and straighten up.
Yeah.
And check your centre mirror and right door mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. And normal drive position.
Now's your chance now. Now we're going to turn left. I will be able to do this on my own.
Okay.
So now's your chance now to fill in some of the blanks. So the reason why we're checking the interior mirror on approach
is to this gives us a true picture, and we need to know what's happening behind us.
So distance and speed.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
And why am I checking the left door mirror?
And we're checking the left door mirror to see if there are any cyclists or pedestrians. If you'd go, I don't know what to say after that.
Yeah. So seeing the cyclist or pedestrian, it's probably going to be a cyclist, isn't it?
Oh, cyclist, okay. Checking to see if there's a
that's telling me what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
What I need to know now is why.
Okay.
Yeah, so why is that cyclist?
That cyclist, we don't want to squash the cyclists if we're too close. We need to know if they're right next to our car.
Yeah, so if the cyclist was there,
and
I stuck the indicator on, how would my indicator affect the cyclist?
They might either go faster or slow down, I'm not sure.
I think they might get frightened if they were just about to come up the inside of me and they saw an indicator coming on.
Oh, okay.
I'll turn that there.
Okay.
And that may well make them swerve and they may well fall off, yeah?
Oh, okay.
or even worse, if I did actually make the turn in front of them, I would squash them, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've seen that happen actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm checking the mirrors in the new road is that I'm checking the interior mirror, this is the speed, to see what's followed me into the new road.
Yeah.
And I'm checking the right hand door mirror to see if anybody's overtaken me.
Yeah.
And if there was somebody overtaking me, I would let them go, because if I didn't, they could just be overtaking me here on this blind bend.
Yeah.
There could be a car pulling out of that junction or a car coming around the blind bend, and it could be a head-on collision.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, once you've told me that a couple of times, because I've done it before, I might well say to you, oh, that's similar to what I've done last week, yeah?
Okay.
Now we're going to turn left here.
Okay. So do you have to give the whys each time? Or is it the twice that you talk about when you're telling them?
In the initial stages,
Phase 1.
you will have to tell me the why, won't you? Because there's no good just telling me what. Because I ain't going to learn anything from the what, am I? Now, we're going to turn right.
Okay, we're going to turn right. Okay, so we're going to have a T-junction coming up here, aren't we? Okay.
So I've done this before. I've done right-hand turns last
Okay.
week, yeah?
Okay. Am I supposed to say anything at this point?
No, just be
No?
looking out for those merges.
Yeah.
And you should just about see the emerges as we come into this bend here now,
Okay,
yeah?
so looking and well ahead,
Yeah.
we're coming up to another T-junction.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right. So
Interior mirror.
Interior mirror. We want to be looking at look at
So
your
interior
interior.
mirror,
Yeah, interior mirror.
right
Your
mirror.
right mirror. Cover
Indicate.
your brake. Indicate.
That's about 6 car
That's
lengths.
about 6 car
Cover the
lengths.
brake.
Cover the brake.
Squeeze the brake,
Squeeze
bring
the
this
brake.
car in, all man's walking pace. Steer towards
Yeah.
you,
Steer towards you.
steer towards me,
Steer towards me.
and
Steer
straighten
towards-
up
straighten
and
up
stop.
And stop. Okay. Now.
Now, why have we
put
stopped
to
here?
First gear. It's too far away from the junction line, is it?
Yeah, there's a reason why we stopped here, though, wasn't it?
I don't know. What is the reason?
Well, what's the difference between turning left and turning right? What do I need?
What do you need between left and right? I'm stuck. You've got to help me out.
Right, so let's just take it back a little bit.
Okay.
Well, I'm out of roll, so
You're doing well there.
right. So
Yeah.
if I was over here
Yeah.
to turn right,
Yep. Okay. The position's not correct.
yeah, so it's left to centre, isn't it?
Left of the centre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you talk me into that position,
Yeah.
which is steer towards me. That's
Yeah.
enough. Now steer towards you, and then straighten up. And you need to stop me before I get to the end because I need to pick up a reference point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how would you get me to pick this reference point up?
Same reference as before, isn't it? Same line, but
No, it's
No?
the centre line.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You mean about this? Okay, about the left of the centre.
Yeah. So
Oh,
where?
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So where does that centre line in the road cut into the car?
Ah.
Go on then, ask me.
Okay. Where is the centre of the line cutting into the car?
Oh, just about there.
So, okay, that's your reference point for being on the left of the centre.
Yeah.
Yeah, for your right turn.
Yeah. That's the what?
That's the what?
Yeah.
That's because we don't want to go over the
Right.
centre line, because we're going to be going on the wrong side of the road. So if somebody was coming through the right, approaching into this road, then we could be having a head-on collision.
Yeah. So that's the why and the consequence.
The
Yeah.
consequence. Okay.
And there's one other place where I could be, which would be
Which would be too far to the left.
Yeah.
We don't want to be too far to the left of the lane, because your position is important.
right. So if I was
I don't know
to,
what's-
yeah. So if you think about my position, it's
Yeah.
reinforcing my signal, isn't it?
That's it.
So if I was too far to the left
Yeah.
and a car came up behind me,
Yeah.
and they may well think I've just left my indicator on,
Yeah.
and they might even think I'm parking.
Yeah.
So they may well try and overtake me. But I'm actually going to make my way up and make the right-hand turn. So the danger is that we could probably end up hitting each other. If you push that, if you close that off, I'll stick the aircon on.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah?
absolutely. Yeah. I didn't know the whats and whys for that.
That's all
Okay.
right. So I now
That's
need to
good.
go.
You now need to go edge forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up to the junction line.
Right. So see if you can tell me
so
exactly where to
see-
stop then.
Okay. See if you can tell me.
No,
where.
no, you tell
oh,
me.
I tell you again. Okay. So if you stop here, Right. Where does the white line cut through to your
Oh, it's a little bit.
car?
It's a little bit further forward this time.
Further forward? Okay, then in that case, if you want to people group or edge forward, I don't know what phrase to use there. Okay, so it's about here, stop about
right.
here. Can you see the line coming under your?
Oh yeah, it comes to the
door
same
now?
place the last time.
That's
Right, have you got
that's
a
your
reference point then?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
I have, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you talk me into the wrong position,
Yeah.
I'll be using that for the whole of the lesson, and
Yeah.
I'll
Okay,
either
so
be
it's
over
the
the
same as yours,
yeah,
is it?
I'll either be over the white line or I'll be too
Okay.
far back. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, ask me again. You know, you've told me twice already.
Yeah.
Can I remember what the reference points for? For why is it important not to encroach over the white line?
So I can ask you, why is it important?
Yeah, you could
Okay,
probably try
so-
after.
After
It's
this
the third one now,
Okay,
yeah?
we've got a car coming up from behind.
Right, just tell
So
me
we're
where to
gonna
look.
turn. We're going to turn.
Oh, he's
okay.
pulled over now.
Oh, he's pulled over. That's good. Okay, so so that's your reference point for your right turn. Okay, so we know we're not encroaching on the other side of the road.
So that's my reference
So
point
that's
for
your
not
fault.
encroaching.
And
on
not
the white line.
encroaching on
Yeah?
the white line. Yep. So,
So
we
give
don't
me
want
the-
to be doing that.
Yeah, so give me a little
because-
prop now, because this is the third one we've done.
Yeah.
Just see if I have remembered
So
anything.
why do you think it's important to not encroach on the white line?
Oh, didn't you say that if I stopped over the white line, I could force a car to swerve around me?
Yes,
And,
absolutely. Yep, that's correct.
and then give me a push to find out if I know what the consequence would be.
Okay, so what would the consequence be if you...
Oh, if they swerved around me, they might stick their fingers up at me, mightn't they?
Yeah, what else could happen?
They might hit a car coming head
Yes.
on, yeah?
There
Yeah?
you go, yep.
Yeah?
So we don't want to be doing that, do
Yeah.
we?
So,
Okay.
if I know the what, the why,
Yes.
it's really important that the big bang at the end is the consequence,
Consequence.
yeah? Yeah, because it's the consequence I'm going to learn from, yeah?
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yep.
Yeah, if I
Yep.
was a 17-year-old, which I
Yeah.
wish, that's what I'd learn from, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah?
absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. Makes
So, right, we've still got nobody behind us.
Okay, so now we're going to be. Do you remember the observation on the T junctions?
Oh, yeah, right,
Yeah, right.
ahead, left, ahead, right, isn't it?
That's it. Yep. So can
So-
you see anything coming from the right?
No.
No. Anything coming from?
Right,
anyone?
and if there
Okay.
was anybody coming from the right, because don't
Okay.
forget, we haven't done this one
Oh
before.
yeah. Oh yeah.
If there was anybody coming from the right,
like now.
you would need to give me a bit of help with this, because I haven't actually...
Okay. So if there was anyone coming from the right, what do we need to do? We need to.
Oh, do I need to be able to walk over and walk back again?
Yeah. You need to walk over and walk back again.
Yeah, listen to my answer, because I don't do it.
Okay. So if there was somebody coming from the right,
Yeah.
you need to judge as to whether you can walk or walk back and walk back again. So that's the kind of distance you have to have in order to turn right.
Right, so think about what we talked about earlier on.
Yeah.
Yeah? If I'm turning right,
Yeah.
I'm only going to be crossing the path of this car, am I? So I don't need to be able to walk over and walk back again, do I?
Oh yeah. Just walk across the road.
Yeah.
So as a pedestrian, you have the skill to walk across, don't you?
Yeah.
Same skill is used when we're driving. So if you can walk across, you can drive across.
Yeah.
Okay, so see if there's anybody on the
No.
right. No. Anyone coming out from these houses or driveways?
Anyone,
No. The car.
Mention the word pedestrians.
Okay. Any pedestrians coming?
No.
On the front. Okay. How about on the left?
Oh, yeah, it's a blue car coming.
Okay. So
I can go in front of him, couldn't I?
You can, but we're not going to go just as yet.
No,
so,
I couldn't go in front of him.
No,
Say
you
no.
couldn't. No.
Yeah, otherwise he'd be
why?
gone,
That was-
yeah.
Why
So-
not? That was quite. He was quite far, wasn't he? Or she was quite far. No. Okay.
Right,
no,
so
you don't go until I say
Right.
so. Keep your feet still. So now look on your right again. Have a
Nobody
look if
coming?
there's any pedestrian ahead of us.
No pedestrians.
Okay. On the left.
Nobody there.
Okay. Ahead again and right. So handbrake down.
How do I know if it's clear to go from the left? Then?
Oh gosh. How do you know? I don't know. There's nobody there.
Yeah, if there was somebody there.
If there was somebody there, the same rule applies, doesn't it?
No,
If there
not
was
the same rule,
no?
is it?
If there was somebody there, I don't know this.
Right, so I'm going to be... Not only do I have to get out of the junction,
Yeah.
but what else must I not force that car to do?
You must not let fall.